We're in the conservatory today with Ray Owen to play us a song and tell us about his career. Ray, who were you first listening to and who inspired you to play?
Originally, I was very young. It was Bert Weedon, who's quite well known with a lot of musicians of that era. And I don't know if he's still around or not, but he was very good. And some of the old blues boys, you know, like Buddy Guy, Buddy Miles, people like that.
Okay, you then went on to form a band.
Yeah, I was working at a hospital, Fulham Hospital, and basically somebody was working with me in the CSSD department. He was working with a group called The Crowd, and he used to go around singing and everything, and he heard my voice and he said, would you like to come and join us? He said, I think you've got a good voice. So I said, yeah, I'll give it a go. Bit shy, but you know, I'd never done anything like that before on stage. So I just joined him and we got on well and we all became friends. And we used to play for the hospital at their dues, their hops, nurses and doctors' hops. It was quite good fun.
Good. And then you went on to playing bass for The Misunderstood, a band which moved to the UK from California.
That's it.
And then, of course, vocals for Juicy Lucy, Neil Hubbard, Keith Ellis and Glenn Ross Campbell. Some very good musicians there.
Those were the days.
And, of course, an album and an appearance on the UK music programme, Top of the Pops.
That's right. Yeah, we did, on Top of the Pops, we were really pushing our first single, which was called Who Do You Love, written by Bo Diddley, the black blues player.
And then you formed Moon, again with some very good musicians, an album that the great Eddie Kramer was involved with.
That's right, that's Jimi Hendrix's producer on Electric Ladyland. And I was with the same management, so that's how that came about. You know, I was on Polydor, Jimmy was on Track, and they were all similar. Okay.
I recall a story about a phone call when you were asleep from the gig the night before. Remind us of that.
That was quite funny actually, because I've been touring and came back and I was absolutely knackered. And I just went to bed. I was living at my mum and dad's house at the time. So I went upstairs to my bedroom and I wasn't aware of the fact that the phone was ringing because I was too gone. And my mother answered the phone and apparently it was a guy called, according to my mother, Jimi Henderson. And she was a bit hard of hearing. So she said, I'm not waking him up, he's asleep, he's been touring. Oh. And she turned around and said, give us your number and I'll get him to phone you back. So she got his number, thank God. And then, eventually, she woke me up and turns around and goes, there's a Jimi Henderson been phoning you. I said, Jimi Henderson? I've never heard of him. Who's Jimi Henderson? And then we toed and froed a bit. I said, you don't mean Jimi Hendrix, do you? She said, that's the name, Jimi Hendrix. Yeah.
Well, on that note, what are you going to play for us?
Only One You Know.
Nice one. Away you go, Ray.
Lovely.
Smiling with surprise with your eyes, but only when you know how to be free. Here's your song I wrote for you, it sounds like a na na both still feel the same, maybe. Only if we both knew how to be free. Yeah, it's a song, yeah. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. But only when you know how to be free. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Only when you know how to be free. I said only when you know how to be free. Look out, baby. Only when you know how to be free. Yeah. You've got to be free.